Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, here to cover a Steam title that will be delisting forever, and they have put it on a very big, deep discount. I kind of messed up the video earlier, and I'll explain that because I thought Steam wasn't going to be putting this game on sale, but they have it on sale until December the 31st, and then it will be getting delisted forever. Now is a good time to pick it up, and on top of that, they've got the Complete Edition heavily discounted, so if you want all the DLC, you can pick that up as well. So we'll talk all about that, and then our good friends at Fanatical are running their winter sale. They've got some great deals available, and I do want to highlight some of their offerings at the end of this video. Not really the end, after we cover the game delisting. But first, Transformers Battlegrounds is 90% off for $2.49. The Complete Edition is 86% off for $4.14. So I was meaning to cover this for a while, but I had wanted to wait for the winter sale to kick off, and then I was like, is Steam gonna put it on sale, or are they not? Winter sale kicks off, and this game does not go on sale immediately. It goes on sale, I want to say, the following day or maybe 2 days after. I want to say it was the following day. I get a video up talking about it and how it's not on sale on Steam, and then Steam ultimately does put it on sale. But they put it on sale after the winter sale, and if you look, this deal is ending December the 31st because it's going to be delisted on December the 31st. Do not get it confused in thinking that this deal is going to be live until the end of the winter sale. It will not. So if you want it in your library, $2.49 on this. The Complete Edition with a bunch of DLC content is $4.14. It's getting delisted because of licensing issues. You know, it's pretty typical with games like this. They do get delisted after a time, after the publisher, which is Outright Games here, loses the rights to publishing, and then the game gets delisted. You guys get how this stuff works. That's why Transformers Fall of Cybertron and War for Cybertron are not available on Steam anymore either. Licensing agreements do end. That's one of the unfortunate realities for games like this, that they do kind of have a shelf life on how long they can stay on Steam. But obviously, if you buy the game, it will be yours to own in the sense of you can download it, re-download it in perpetuity for as long as Steam exists, which I'm not trying to get into that. Oh, no, you don't own these digital games. You guys get what I'm saying, all right? We all get how it's going here. But yeah, $2.49 on that. The game is a pretty interesting title where it's a turn-based tactics Transformers game. You know, I'm more of a War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron guy, but nonetheless, $2.49 on that in the Complete Edition, $4.14. Check it out. I'll probably give it another mention before it officially gets delisted on New Year's. Actually, it'll be delisted on New Year's Day, I believe, but you'll have until New Year's Eve, essentially, to pick it up. So $2.49 on that. Check that out. All right, our friends at Fanatical have a lot of great deals available right now as well. Remember to use the code OMENVIP. That'll save you an additional 5% on these deals, so, you know, you'll save a little bit more. First of all, we do have Dishonored 2. It is down to $2.56 with the Omen VIP code. You'll save an additional 13 cents, $2.69 typically. I mentioned the Dishonored Complete Collection yesterday at Green Man Gaming. Dishonored 2 standalone for $2.56 is an absolutely insane deal. GMG has Dishonored 2 out of stock, unfortunately, but Fanatical's got it in stock, and if you already have Dishonored 1, or you just want to pick up Dishonored 2, you don't want to spend like the $13 for the Complete Collection, this is a great deal. I would recommend you to play Dishonored 1 before you play Dishonored 2, as it is a direct sequel, but man, Dishonored is such an awesome game. I recently beat the first one again. Like, I beat the first Dishonored back when it came out, and now I'm working my way through the DLC. That game is just fantastic. Dishonored 2 was really good as well. Generally speaking, from a narrative standpoint, people do prefer Dishonored 1, but this is still pretty good, and if you want an action stealth game, man, Dishonored is just a great time, and from a level design standpoint, man, this is another one of those games. Like, going back and playing Dishonored 1, I have so much more appreciation for that game now, all these years later, because of how that game has aged from a level design standpoint and the density of the level. Sure, they are not big open world games or even big open levels, but the amount of variety in how to tackle situations in these smaller levels is handled so well, and it leads to the game being incredibly replayable because you can take a more action-heavy approach, which I really wouldn't recommend. This is a game that is leaning more towards you playing the low chaos route and you playing the silent stealthy approach, the more methodical playstyle, and I do feel it's way more satisfying that way. And even narratively, how Dishonored 1 unfolds, the low chaos route is what's canon. It is the assumption that with Dishonored 2, you played Dishonored 1 in low chaos. The high chaos route, honestly, it's kind of grim and dark at times. So, yeah, generally speaking, I would play it slow and stealthy, but you do whatever you want to do. 256 on that is a great deal. Next up, we do have the action title, Tales of Iron, down to just $1.62. The hand-drawn RPG set against the backdrop of a warring kingdom. You play as Reggie, the heir to the Rat Throne, who wants to banish the leader of the Frog Clan, Green Ward. You'll have to destroy frog zombies and huge grubs to get to him, though. Study your opponent, block, execute, and react to everything to survive this terrifyingly vicious world. It's not just your standard fights here, though. You'll also face off against massive and vicious boss fights that all have their own attack patterns and unique challenges. Learn the patterns, become smarter than them, and eventually kill them as well. $1.62 for Tales of Iron. Next up, we have Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. $21.59 on this. I absolutely loved Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. It is a PlayStation published game, so generally these games do hold up in price for a little while, and Rift Apart, even though it's a shorter game, it is all killer, no filler, and it's one of those games that I'll go back to and I'll play multiple times. I just loved Ratchet Rift Apart. I thought it was a great game, and I would highly, highly recommend it. Visuals are absolutely stunning. It was a technical showcase for the PlayStation 5, and the story is pretty good as well. I like the addition of Rivet as a character, and unfortunately, we don't get a lot of Ratchet games these days, as the development studio Insomniac is more so busy with the Marvel titles, but it is what it is. Rift Apart was awesome, and hopefully we'll get a Ratchet game sooner rather than later. And hey, if nothing else, it's just great to see Ratchet and Clank on Steam. Like, if you want to talk about franchise I never would have expected to be on PC, Ratchet would certainly be one of them, but hey, it's now available on PC, and you should definitely check it out. Peak, the co-op climbing game that had a breakout year, $3.99 on this. This was another one of those games that came out, and really, a lot of people checked it out, and I think a big reason for that was the price point was so good already at $8. I believe it had a launch discount. It's now $3.99 on sale, and that is a great pickup. If you can get a couple friends to pick it up as well, even better, since it does have a co-op focus, and it does have cycling content. The map rotates out every 24 hours. You'll have new layouts and things of that nature to check out as well. Love the art style in this game as well. $3.99 on that. I do want to mention The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 3. It's 75% off for $14.99. I literally think this price point is just an error, because every other Legend of Heroes game at Fanatical is just directly a match of the price point on Steam outside of Cold Steel 3, which instead of being 60% off is 75% off. So it's $14.99. Look, this is a game in the middle of the Cold Steel arc of the franchise. Obviously, you want to play Cold Steel 1 and 2 first, and if you're just getting into this series, Trails of the Sky First Chapter is the game you want to get, but yeah, I don't really gotta sell you on it, but it's a great price, so I would definitely recommend it. And I like Cold Steel 3 a lot, so I definitely thought it was a quality game in the Cold Steel saga. And lastly, Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition is $5.89. The standard edition is only $2.24. Great pickup on this. Rumblings have it that Fallout 3 is going to get a remastered release akin to what they did with Oblivion. That'll probably be a while away, and, you know, people are always going to want the original as well. Does have some issues on PC, some technical issues and things of that nature. Like, I was able to get the game to work, but you might have to, you know, tinker around with the game a little bit. So keep that in mind. But I played through the entirety of it on PC and had a great time with it. So $5.89 Fallout 3 is a classic, and even 17 years later. How about that? 17 years later. Still holds up really well. But $5.89 on that. Definitely check that out. But that is going to do it for me. Again, your final opportunity to pick up Transformers Battlegrounds before it gets delisted forever. And it is heavily discounted on Steam, 90% off for $249, and the complete edition is $414. Definitely check that out, and a lot of great deals from our friends at Fanatical. Check all of those out as well. Links to everything, as always, in the description box below. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.